Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be going over our world final games versus INTZ. This one's going to be a little bit of a heartbreaker. If you probably already know the result, but a heartbreaker for us to watch. But we're going to be trying to give you guys some background about comps, analyzing the games. Hopefully you guys learned something from this because it is very, very informational. So either way, let's hop into the first game. All right, guys, hopping into the first map on Shooting Star. Now, the bans are going to be Lola Stu from INTZ, and we're going to be banning Buzz Mortis again. Obviously, the brawlers that we hate the most. And so either way, right now, again, it's going to be a Piper Nanny Tick comp, which is a very traditional comp on this map, and they're going to be running Pam, Jean, Max. So their comp definitely has the potential to win this. It is a tough matchup. I think they just have to play super coordinated. It can go either way, in my opinion. I've seen it go either way a ton of times. But Zuan's going to get a nice kill onto Marcel right off the start. So we're going to be winning 3-0 here and looking really, really solid right off the bat. As well as we also have a Nanny Head coming in. Tick Head, Nanny Head. We have basically everything. Tyron is going to whiff. And you're going to see a little bit of mistakes this series. Honestly, there's just some weird plays that we made this entire series that I don't know what happened. Maybe we were just way more nervous against INTZ than we were against SK, but either way, they have max speed and they are pushing up the map, and this is where they have chances to kind of create some opportunities to get some kills. So we're getting pinched a little bit. We do have to use our Tick Head to tank some damage, and you can see how easy it is for them to push up the map. Now, Tyrant is going to hit Tufa with the Nanny Head, trying to get that kill. We're going to be looking to get it, but you can see Firecrow's tanking, does get a nice shot around Firecrow to actually kill. Zuan also kills Marcel, and we basically lock down the defense. Now, those are their opportunities to win the game. That is basically their whole point of the comp, is to push up like that as a team, kind of to push us back in a corner, and it is really hard sometimes. So Marcel now has turret, which makes it harder to take out Pam. We're trying our best. Unfortunately, my Tick Head is just kind of take out the Pam turret. We're going to go extremely low. We're going to get taken down. Zuan's hitting a ton of shots. We're also, pushing them back. We're trying to stay alive. It's going pretty crazy here. I'm trying to tank for Tyrant. Tyrant's getting some kills. I don't know what's going on, to be honest. It's a couple seconds left. Zuan is going to jump. We win the game. But again, that is a close game, and that's kind of how it works with that comp. If we can defend, which we could have hit a couple more shots, we can probably just lock down that game. We're very comfortable with that comp versus anything, really. So again, we weren't, super surprised by it, and we were able to hold it. It was getting a little bit close, but either way, we get the first win. All right, game 2, kind of the same exact thing. Now, they're going to get the blue star. It's really hard for us to stop them from that, but basically, mirror match, what can I say? And they were pretty confident in their comp, as well as we're confident in ours. You can see that they definitely have the opportunity to win. You can see there was a nice tank from Firecrow to keep Marcel alive. He does go down from a nice shot from Zuan, so we are winning the game kind of to a similar style like we did the last time. So again, we're looking solid. We're trying to hold control and not let them push up. Tyrant has Peep. So this is basically identical, I would say, from the first game, except Tyrant unfortunately hits the wall there. Again, I don't know what it was. Nerves or something along the lines. I think we all made a couple mistakes, but either way, it does happen. And we're still winning the game. So it's not the end of the world. We just have to kind of refocus. But either way, again, they're kind of waiting for max speed. We're trying not to charge max speed because that's how they get up the map, or they use a Pam gadget like you just saw Marcel do. But Zuan is hitting some nice shots. We actually get a kill onto Marcel. So we're winning 4-1 right now. And as well, we do it nice peep from Tyrant dodging the max gadget. We're looking pretty solid right now. And they're kind of using everything. And again, Firecrow tanking the curveball from Marcel, keeping him alive. So Firecrow playing pretty well here. And I mean, we're tapping. I mean, Zuan is tapping right now. Tyrant's playing pretty well, hitting some nice peeps, except for the one in the wall. But you can see they're starting to push up. It's starting to get a little bit risky. We almost take out Firecrow. Actually, oh my god, Firecrow just healed up. I didn't even realize that. He lives on 100 HP, which is kind of wild. And I mean, we're looking solid. 4-1, but this is where their comp gets pretty crazy. They have Gene Pull. The Vengeful Spirits honestly just wins them the game. As well as, I'm going to rewind here just for a second. I actually think Zuan could have jumped, but it is kind of tough. He probably didn't see the Vengeful Spirits. He probably thought he could have survived a little bit longer. So Zuan goes down, and that's it. We basically lose the lead here. We're trying our best, but 3 seconds left. They can just run back, and we can't win the game. And that's kind of how their comp works. They get the kills at the end of the game. They win that game 1-1. So let's get into the next one. All right, so game 3 here, and we are going to mirror comp them this time. So we decided to switch the Piper for Jean. just in case they decided to go the exact same comp. And in that way, you know, we just have a Gene pull, and Gene's just a little more reliable versus the likes of like a Pam and a Max. So, you know, we're totally happy with this mirror comp on this map. This is, again, one of our maps that we felt very comfortable on versus them. And I think, you know, we're looking, again, pretty solid. I mean, so far, nothing is really going on. We're kind of dancing over the blue star. Again, blue star is super important in bounty, especially on maps like this that are just super slow pace. Now, they do have pull. We have tick head. So I'm going to drop it. And my whole point here was to try to get the blue star. We actually destroy their wall. The tick heads broke the wall, so I was able to push up a lot easier. Tyrant is going to get a nice kill onto Firecrow, and now we are looking pretty solid. He actually wasted a gadget, but I think he thought that Firecrow was going to pop one, so it doesn't really matter. He did get the kill, and so he was winning lane pretty hard. Now they're going to be switching, and this is a nice matchup for Gene, I believe. This is a good matchup for both Genes. So Marcel and Zuan have decent matchups versus the Nanny. And again, I mean, tick mid versus tick mid is kind of just, you know, kind of the same. Now Tyrant is going to be, again, getting peep twice compared to Firecrow's peep. He was actually popping off, and we're going to be trapping Marcel here as well. And does he actually survive? No, we actually get the kill there. So we're 5-0 right now, looking really, really solid. And they are pushing up a little bit, but again, we're looking really, really good. So nice vengeful spirits from Zulon. He does get returned to centered, but we are now 7-0 again. We are, again, very comfortable on this map, looking really, really solid. Now, we're trying to tank this for Tyrant. Tyrant does go down. He didn't pop the return to sender quick enough or something. Again, a couple weird misplays that we don't usually make. He does get pulled. He goes down again. It's getting a little bit dicey. I have to stay alive. I'm the only one that has to stay alive. Zulon's going to tank for me. He's going to also pull Marcel, and we're going to win that game. So we win the first set 2-1, and Zulon is always hyped. So let's get into the next set. All right, next set, Safe Zone, one of those maps that we are very comfortable with. We're going to be running back the Colt Rico that you might have saw versus SK Gaming. This is a comp that we're really comfortable with, and they're going to be running Poco BB Bull. Now, this comp is very tough for us to deal with. We do have to hit a ton of shots in a row, and you can see Zulon popping off, Tyrant popping off. We hit the curve onto the Bull. We're all hitting every single shot in the game right now, and we're actually getting some damage. So this is really, really good start for us. It is a very scary comp to deal with. Now you can see Tufa's trying his best to kind of ignore, create some pressure, but it's pretty hard for him versus a Rico. Zulon doing fantastic. Tyrant gets another kill onto Poco. We're trying to push up versus Firecrow. We do curve just to make sure we're going to take him out here. And we have a 40% lead. We played this almost to perfection at the start, I'm not gonna lie, and now they have Poco Super, so this is something that's kind of a little bit dangerous for us. With Poco Super, they have, you know, so much more HP, and you can see Poco's just gonna be healing them up. Zulon, again, hitting some nice supers along the way, but he's just gonna get healed right back up, and now it's gonna get a little bit tough. Now I think we made a mistake in this game where we decided we should just base race if we have a chance of one person ignoring, and I think that really did cost us. So you can see Zulon's going to just go and ignore, trying to get some damage, or eventually here at least, and we're going to be trying to take out Tufa. We do get the kill. We'll also get a kill onto Firecrow. We're still looking really, really solid, but this game quickly turns to the worst here in not too long. Now, Tufa's going to super onto Tyrant. He's actually going to take out Tyrant. We do get that kill in return. And we're looking so good right now. Honestly, I didn't ever think we were going to lose this game. But yeah, kind of spoiler alert, we are going to lose this game. I shouldn't have spoiled it, but it kind of gets crazy. So here is where we made the mistake. I think Zulon is going to go to ignore. Yeah, so we made this really, I don't know why we did it. Hindsight, terrible call, as well as Firecrow gets some nice damage. I mean, Zulon right here is going to ignore. So you can see that he can't actually really ignore because he has a bull on his lane, as well as me and Tyrant are kind of missing some shots. Poco heal. I mean, they just survived for so long. And if we had Zulon in the back there, I know he's trying to do some damage, but he's not going to be able to. And we cannot kill Firecrow and Tufa. Eventually we do, but I mean, they just get the damage. And honestly, we threw that game very, very hard. That one was a really unfortunate one, but either way, let's get into the next game. All right, so game 2 on Safe Zone, we decided to go for Meg Ruffs, and this comp is kind of like the Lola Ruffs game, Lola Ruffs comp that we ran versus SK. Just the main difference, obviously, Meg versus it switched instead of Lola. And they actually went for Nanny Surge Colt. So Nanny versus Piper mid is a good matchup for Nanny. I mean, it's a decent matchup, but I would say definitely the edge for Nanny. as well as Firecrow is just going to sit behind this wall, and there is nothing I can do as Meg. I get 2 shots, so I do have to be super careful. And I mean, he could have just TP'd any time right now and I would have died, but he's just waiting because I think their whole plan was to probably just get Nanny Head and TP in and then kind of TP with the Surge at the same time. And I mean, that would have just been overwhelming for us to deal with. So either way, so far, very slow game. Tyrant is healing up Zuon. We're trying our best. I mean, there we go. We get TP'd on, and you can see how hard it is for us to do anything. We do go down, and Firecrow is going to be a nuisance in this corner. This is going to be really hard for us to take him out. Now, we do have Mac, excuse me, so we are able to push up, but he's just going to corner peek this wall pretty well, and I do get tapped maybe a little bit too much. We're trying our best. I am trying here, and I should have probably been able to win this a little bit better. He does go extremely low, as well as Nanny's going to TP in. That's what I was forgetting. And my swipe did 0 damage after Nanny landed, which is so annoying. I don't understand why Nanny actually has like shield when Nanny lands. Kind of annoying. Zulon gets a nice curve. We're just trying to get Firecrow out of here while charge our Meg. And I mean, I die, but I don't know. Tyrant ends up getting the kill. So we're losing by 20%. So it's not looking great, but I mean, Tyrant's powered up. Tyrant is kind of going a little too aggressive here, almost gets taken out, but does stay alive, so very important. Zuon is going to basically get 10% damage, kind of get the lead back, and now we are doing the exact same thing that they did to us. We're going to be getting in their zone, getting in their face, as well as get behind this right wall, top right wall, which is so important. This top right wall is just kind of toxic, and we're going to stay there. We do get a nice swipe onto Surge, and it is kind of a base race. Nanny is going to be base racing us, but we just do more damage between me, Ruffs, and Piper, especially when I had Meg or Mac. Again, I keep mixing that up, but Nanny has to come back. You can see Nanny's coming back. We do win that game, so we played that one a little bit better. Again, still a ton of mistakes by our part, but it is now 1-1 in safe zone. All right, game 3 here. Now we decided to go back for the Rico comp, and you can see that they went for Spike B. Now, if we went tanks, we'd have just simply lost. As well as Spike is a good matchup versus Colt. And surprisingly, I thought, B wouldn't be that good versus Rico, but it is so threatening for Rico once B has 3K. And you can see Zuon trying to push up here. Now, I curveballed there, and I do get taken down. So that was a huge mistake, or just unfortunate, kind of play. I was basically trying to help Zuon stay alive in this corner, and he's doing a great job. I mean, he does stay alive. He also gets a nice kill, but they break the walls. And so that was the big mistake. Honestly, I allowed Piper to get super, and now Zuon is going to be having a hard time. He unfortunately goes down there. We do get the lead, but it is a little bit tough. We're hitting some nice shots now, but I wish I just played that start of the game a little bit better. Firecrow gets a nice 3K onto us. We also get curved. I mean, that was a max range curve, and unfortunate, I guess. Maybe I'm being too critical on myself, but again, rewatching this, just so many little mistakes that I felt like I could have played better, and I think everybody could have played better. But either way, we do get Firecrow. We take him out before he gets that B gadget off, and we're looking not bad. We are still winning the game, but it is a very close game now. As well as B versus Rico now with open map is just not that fun. We do get a kill onto Marcel, allowing us to push up a little bit. And it's going to be pretty slow. I mean, this map is pretty slow in general. They are going to be switching Spike onto Rico, but little did they know Zuon is probably the best curveball dodger in the game, and I'm not even joking. This man can dodge curveball straight for 20 minutes and probably not die. And so we were totally fine with this. As well as we're hitting some decently nice shots throughout the map. We do take out that Spike Cactus, get that out of the way. And again, they're pushing up, so it's getting a little bit risky. We do have to, kind of not allow them to push up. We are winning the game. We get a nice shot onto Tufa. Here we get 3K'd from Firecrow, but we're so close to just kind of taking them out. Now Tufa is going to be trying to push up, and I think Marcel is going to get one curveball spike onto the safe right here, and that ties the game up. I honestly didn't even see it. I thought we were still winning, and so I was just trying to hold here. I mean, I don't think I could have done damage either way. Gets so close, they almost do the damage, and it is a tie game. And that game was crazy. I actually thought we won, but little did I know the spike curveball tied up the game. So either way, we have to replay it, so let's get into the replay. All right, so here we are, replay, same kind of story and same comps at least. And basically we're trying to do the exact same thing at the start, except play it better. and try to get Zuan up the map. So unfortunately unfortunately B has 3k, so it's really hard for Zuan to push up right now, and B is going to be holding that 3k, and it's so threatening. It does so much damage, so it's really hard for Zuan to push up, and we have to, you know, kind of get a kill in the mid or something for Zuan to push up. But once we get that control, this comp is very, very strong. So either way, we're trying here. Zuan does push up with the gadget, so we do get control here. I do hit Tufa, and we're looking pretty solid. We are in the spot that we want to be. B does have 3k, so I have to be a little bit careful. And I mean, this is just what we wanted at the start. And I'm not going to lie, same thing happened. And I think watching this back now, I don't even know if I realized it at the time, but that is a huge death on my part. And Tufa gets the kill, and it makes it pretty tough. So they get the control back. They also get the Rico out of the mid. Tyrant's trying to get some damage. The Spike Cactus is going to tank it. There's another curveball from Tufa. So at least we kind of, you know, used a lot of their curveballs, which is so important on this map. They do get some damage, but nothing crazy, just 15% or so. So we're still happy here. And I believe we have all of our curveballs left. So we're, again, chilling. Now, I do end up curving Fire Crow. I mean, they're both one shot, but I meant to curveball Tufa. And we're looking fine here. I think we're going to pinch Marcel. He does stay alive quite long, so good dodges from him. He does live on like 200 HP. I think he pops a cactus. Yeah, so he's going to go down, and we do get that wall broken. So again, 15%, and it's just, again, tough to get damage on this map. We do curve. Tufa trying to push up the map since Zuan had some control. And we're trying to get Zuan up the map as well. Now, we do get curved. We jump this one, and we're looking fine. Now, Zuan is up here. Tyrant gets some damage. Zuan is in a good spot, but he's going to get Spike supered if he was able to push up. So, again, just really unfortunate that they had that super. And here, I get 3K'd from the B. It actually killed me. And I think, I don't even know. I didn't think it was going to kill me. But, again, I guess it happens. We are losing this game barely right now. So, Tufa's going to jump the curve. We're still sitting pretty good. Fire Crow is at like 1 HP. Marcel is going to be at 1 HP. Marcel goes down. We do take out Tufa. And the spike curve as well as the Piper shot. Oh my god. They barely win that game. We just needed like one shot on the save. It was so close. And we do lose that set. And that was so crucial. But either way, let's get in the next set. Alright, hopping into set 3 on Minecart Madness. Now we went for Sprout, Pam, and Tara. And they went for Byron BB. So this was a smart choice from them. They probably figured out that we were going to play Sprout. And it was just a little bit unfortunate. Maybe we should not have played Sprout first game. But it is a very tough matchup for me versus the BB. And here I placed the wall thinking that, you know, BB was going to push up that side. And you can see BB is just going to walk straight up the map with a ton of heals from Byron. And there's nothing we can do. Again, I mean, Fire Crow played amazing here. He gets a ton of kills. We basically get team wiped. And the game's almost already over. So we definitely should have played that a little bit better. I think we could have handled it a lot better. Again, just not playing our best in this entire series. Tyrant gets a nice pull onto Fire Crow. And finally, we're getting some momentum. But you can see, again, now they get a double Byron super that basically just kills all of our momentum. So I'm trying my best here. Unfortunately, I don't even block off the entire wall. Just so many mistakes from everyone on the team, to be honest. And just was not our best series. Last ditch effort. They're going to win this game. And this was a fast one. I mean, great comp choice. Definitely could have played better. We didn't play good. And we're going to be 0-1 going into the third set already. So, man, I'm just going to skip this part because there's nothing really to see. And so let's get in the next game. All right, game 2, we decided to switch things up, and thank God we did, because we were getting countered, or at least we were getting kind of, you know, not the best matchups, I would say. Maybe not counter, but either way, we do go for Max, Jean, Meg, which is just an overall well-rounded comp. So either way, we are versus a Sprout lane, which is kind of tough for us, but in the long run, I would say Meg actually wins it, surprisingly. Most people don't think Meg wins that matchup. Zuan's going very aggressive and does get taken out. And we are looking to charge our Meg here very, very shortly. I think we're like one shot off from it. We are 2 gems to 3 right now with 2 on the ground. So again, not looking too bad. Now Tufa is going to be going down here, or at least going out of mech form. We also get mech of our own. So this is the time for us to push up. And we're going to be trying our best here. Now, Tyrant does have pull, and so they have to be very careful. So nice speed, gets a ton of value here, does probably go down. So, you know, it was still good value, and unfortunately he does have to go down. So we lose a little bit of the control. Now I'm trying to stay alive here up the map, but I'm probably going to get pinched. and I do get pinched, but I think I'm able to actually stay alive. So nice pull from Tyrant as well to help me out, keep me alive, and we do take out the mech form. And I mean, I think we should be able to pinch Tufa here. I think this is what happens. Tufa does go down. That gives us another gem. So we're going to be at 8-4 right now, as well as we got mech form. And I think we just, you know, hold control here. 9 gems to 0. We just have to stay alive. I do pick that up because I thought I had to, but you know what? Now I actually have to stay alive. So I don't know if we should have just kind of like, again, still making these mistakes that I don't normally, or that we don't normally make, just kind of with the gems. I mean, we still have the countdown 10-6, but we had to reset it there because of kind of a misplay. Kind of gets dicey here a little bit. I do get mech form, but we're able to lock it down. We do get the kills, and we stay alive. So again, a little bit dicey. Actually, okay, I thought we actually might have died. I kind of forget, but we do get that win. So we're going to go 1-1 in gem grab. So let's get into the next game. All right, hopping into game 3, we decided to stick the same comp because we felt like we could, you know, probably win this comp versus anything, or at least like have a good shot versus anything. And it was one of the well-rounded comps. And they decided to run the same thing, but with Crow. And to be honest, that is such a smart pick. I don't know if we ever even thought of it, but when you think about it, Crow cancels the Gene healing. And you're going to see Crow and Gene and Meg play together for their team a ton. And they're going to heal a ton. So I actually get trapped here. I was winning my matchup, but at this point, I'm getting trapped and pinched. And I don't think I'm going to be able to stay alive. I do get my mecha back. But again, you have the Crow poison, you have the Crow slows, and it's just really solid pick from them. So it's going to make it tough for Zuan and Tyrant to kind of win their 2v2. And as well as I also kind of played to the side, whereas Fire Crow played towards the mid and had a little bit more support from his team. So in general, I just don't think we played it super, or I don't know. I don't know if we played it super smart or not. Again, this is kind of one of the first times I'm watching it back, just because I have nightmares of these sets and stuff, and it just kind of hurts a little bit. But again, 7-4 right now, so we are winning the game. We are doing pretty well. I'm going to pop out of my mech here very shortly. And again, we're looking all right. 7-4. We're trying to get some gems here. Nice speed from Zuan. Almost gets the kill. And this is where it gets really close. So we have 8-5. I mean, things are going kind of crazy in the mid. I'm trying my best to keep them tagged and keep them low. But you can see that they're healing so much from the magic puffs from Gene. And at the same time, we can't really do that because, well, the Crow poison just kind of cancels it out. It makes it kind of irrelevant. And so they kind of just tie up the game very shortly here. We do have Gene pull, but we didn't get any value out of it yet. Neither did they. And now we have max speed. So this is where we wanted to get some control. Zuan goes pretty aggressive here. We almost get the kill on Marcel. Marcel jumps and somehow stays alive and grabs the gems. So this is probably the turning point of the game. If Marcel dies there, I think we probably just win. Tyrant unfortunately misses pull. They still have pull left. We grab the gems, start the countdown, but we have to retreat because of the minecart. And then they get the 10th gem. And at this point, Zuan's trying to make a desperate play. I think we could have probably waited here. He used his dash maybe a little bit too early, and Tufa gets the pull. And that is going to be the game. I mean, there's really no way for Tyrant. I mean, unless he made some sort of miracle play, we are going to lose this third set. So we're going to go down 1-2 in sets, and we're going to have to make a comeback. So let's get in the fourth set. All right, so fourth set is going to be Dueling Beetles Hot Zone, and we basically have a mirror comp except for Barley instead of Sprout mid. Now, to be honest, this can go either way. Personally, I think just Barley is a little bit more flexible, and Barley versus Sprout is not that bad. I think Sprout can definitely win it, but personally, I think the Barley Healing Tonic gadget is just really good for the lanes. You can see Tyrant is going to pop that, and that helps us as well. So again, mirror match kind of going their way for a little bit here at the start. We do use another Healing Tonic, but I mean, it's just going to be slow at the start. Now they're going to block off the mid, so Tyrant can't push up, and I mean, we're getting a little bit tagged from Fire Crow, so they are at a 10% lead. But on this map, it's just whoever gets control first is kind of going to probably, you know, win the game. So again, things are going a little bit our way now. Zuan is doing a very good job on his lane. He does get pushed back from the Sprout, but we're able to push up here and finally get some control. And we do have Barley super, and with Fire Crow going super low, this is our chance to kind of push up. And I mean, Zuan also has 3K, and we're getting really close to mech, and we finally get it. So we're going to pop this and kind of hold the control. Now they were coming back, but we are able to kind of regain this. So I'm going to play super aggressive on Tufa. He does get mech off, but again, that's not the end of the world for us. I mean, it's just a huge mech fight, and we're trying our best to keep it locked down here, and we're gonna go down, but this is again not terrible for us. Now Tufa goes really deep here, and we're just gonna be able to charge our mech as well as get that kill, and Zuan does amazing work on that right side as well, gets a kill onto the B and holds it down. So again, we're looking super solid now. We do have mech again, and we're just locking it down. I mean, we can just sit here in the mid, and it's going to be really hard for them to push up. As long as Tyrant keeps focusing, you know, the squishy brawlers like Meg or B, and I do miss my swipe there, but I'm going to get that kill as well. Tyrant goes down. I'm just going to play aggressive on Firecrow, get that swipe off, and we're looking really solid right now. And again, this is one of those maps that we felt a little bit more comfortable on. We didn't feel like we were going to get countered super hard because this comp is pretty well rounded, believe it or not. It can basically face against anything. And so again, we were fairly confident on this one with 93% left. It's getting a little bit dicey, but Tyrant is just going to be able to stay in the mid, and we're going to win that game 100-16. So a pretty comfortable win. So going 1-0 in the 4th set. So again, let's get in the next game. All right, so the next game is here, and we ran the same comp. Again, this comp is very strong versus basically anything, and they decided to switch it up. They went Poco mid with Leon and Meg, so this is definitely a strong comp from them. But again, like I was saying, our comp is fairly good against everything. So you can see Tyrant is playing it very safe, getting a couple percent here and there. So Tufa is going to push up. We are going to die here, but we do get our mech, as well as Tyrant just easily trades that kill. So I definitely think that's in favor of us because we do get our mech. I do go down and I do lose a little bit of control, but it's really not that bad. So again, we're now pushed up in the map, and this is where it gets really tough for them. I mean, you can just see how much control we have with the Barley. Zuan with his gadgets against that wall, they're gonna have a really hard time pushing up, and this is where the game goes really wrong for them. Now they do have Leon super. I did know he was invis somewhere, and here I barely get the swipe off and get the kill before I land out of mech. So we're looking solid. Marcel goes down. We're up 40%. And I mean, this game is honestly over. Like I was saying, this comp is just so good in general versus basically everything. And we were totally happy playing it. And I mean, 75-13, there's really no way. Tufa's going to try to make a play. I think I even get a swipe off. Maybe not. There. Okay, there we go. I got the swipe off. Firecrow's desperately going to make a play. And overall, we just had a really solid hot zone set and kind of gained some momentum going back into the last set. So let's get into the last set. All right, guys, first game of the last set. Now we're going to be running double thrower Piper. Now this is something that was a little bit risky on our part, but definitely worked out. So I mean, the double thrower is just, you can see solid. They did run Sprout as well as they ran Leon, but I mean, they can't really pick up the bolts. You can see the Sprout battle is kind of crazy. Both teams are actually just going to ignore it. Now I don't know how Tyrant lives so long there, but we're just gonna snag those bolts, pop a gadget, and we're just chilling. I mean, this Sprout 1v1 is extremely hard to kill each other. I do think I'm going to get the better end of this pretty shortly here. I do hit some nice shots, a juke as well, quite a bit. And again, eventually, every time I have a chance, I'm going to ignore Firecrow and shoot at Marcel. And I'm going to try to dodge while also shooting at Marcel. So, I mean, here, Zuan hits like 4 nice shots onto Firecrow. And that is just basically going to lock it down. Now, the bolts are 5-4 or 5-5, excuse me. And this is, again, something to keep track of because we have very good defense. They also have pretty good defense with Sprout. I mean, Sprout is just so good on defense. And so we're a little bit concerned. We do have, you know, a good bolt lead, but if they ever do somehow get control back, we might actually have a tough time. So again, I think we have, I don't know how many bolts, but we're going to try to get this bolt on that right side. Zuan really wants to get that. And if we got that, I mean, which we did, we are now 4-5. So we're totally comfortable with a 4-5 lead because we have control. Tyrant's doing a little bit of damage. We're going to be locking it down. We have to make sure we stay alive here. We don't get curved or something. And we're looking really solid. Even if they do get the bot, we actually can defend here pretty well. So again, we're just trying to hold them back. I mean, it's pretty hard for them to push up. Tufa is going to push up that left side because, well, it kind of gets a little bit risky. I'm trying my best here. He does go invis, and I have to stay alive. But I think something, or Zuan hits this crazy shot here. He hits a nice shot onto Tufa. Tufa drops the bolt, and I think it ends in a tie. I think they would have won the bot. I'm not sure they would have won the game, but they definitely had a chance if Zuan did not hit that shot. So again, beautiful shot from Zuan, allows the game to basically be won right then and there. Now we could have defended again, like I was saying, would have been tough. I don't know what would have happened if they did get to bot, but we do win that game. And we are going to go 1-0 on match point. We just need one more to win the entire thing. So let's hop into the next game. All right, guys, game 2 on Siege. And I'm not even going to lie to you. This one is the heartbreaker. Now, we do hit a couple nice shots. I'm still going to go over it like it was, like no one knows the result. But either way, Tyrant has a great start versus Marcel, gets a couple kills, and we're going to be hitting a ton of shots. We actually take out both of them. And they do get the bot. Now, again, it's pretty tough versus Max, Pam, BB to get the bot. Actually, no, we tied. Excuse me. Sorry. We actually tied, which is probably good for us, I would say. But either way, very tough for us to tie. We actually played the start very, very well. They just have so much control. And you can see we also ran the slow gadget from the Barley. And that's because we actually either predicted something like this as well as it's just good on defense. So we kind of got a nice predict. Tyrant is going to use 2 gadgets right now. We do miss a curve, which is kind of unfortunate. And we are picking up a decent amount of bullets right now. So it's 9-3. We're hitting a ton of shots onto Marcel and Tufa. And we're going to curve here. And I actually think we get the kill. Okay, Zulon gets the kill, but we do lose that bolt. So again, we are picking up a ton of bolts. We're trying not to let them pick this up. Firecrow is just going to be able to pick it up. There's no way we stop him. But this one we are going to pick up, as well as this one here. We're trying to kill Marcel as soon as possible. We're hitting some nice shots, but he's going to be able to pick up at least one of them. So again, you can see this bolt. This bolt is what everyone's playing for. Everyone's trying to pick it up. Now we have to play this a little bit safe. Theoretically, we probably could have ignored here and just done a ton of damage because they don't have great defense. And now Tyrant could super the safe right now and got a couple damage, but you know, it's not the end of the world, as well as it's not a bad play to hold here because again, 3 bolts is definitely doable. We do get a nice kill onto Tufa. Marcel's pushing up on this right side, and this is just the point where it's so hard to rewatch. And it happens, or I mean, it shouldn't happen, but Tyrant was spinning. We thought we won. He thought we won the game already. And again, it's just a learning experience. He learned from his mistakes, and he felt really bad. And again, I'm not going to hold him against it. But they do get the bot here. And as well, I don't know if you noticed, he also used his gadget on that kind of, you know, spin. And so now we don't even have a Barley gadget for defense. We're trying our best here to defend this. This is still a doable defense. We do have Barley super coming in. They don't have that much damage. And BB gets bubble off of 1 shot from us, and they get the win by 5%. That was just devastating, guys. I mean, that moment right there, it just hurts my soul. They win that game. And to be honest, we definitely beat ourselves that game. I mean, it's simple as that. We beat ourselves. And let's get into the next game. All right, guys, game 3. And I'm going to tell you, this game was a hard one to play. I mean, we already thought we thought we won the game. We thought we won the series and we were moving on. And I'm not even going to lie. They also have a good matchup versus us. Now we have Crow. And in hindsight, I don't even think Crow is a good pick. I don't know if we were thinking on the right terms here. They're going to get the first one because, again, the Leon gadget is just going to be super hard for me to, you know, hit Piper in Invis. So, I mean, this is going to be tough, as well as Tyrant is going to take the jump pad by mistake and die. And so we can't even slow the bot here. And that's, again, another really unfortunate play. And I mean, I don't know. I feel like this game was lost before it started. I mean, I know I'm spoiling a little bit, but I'm assuming most people already know. This game was just so hard to win because our mindset wasn't in it. Now we're trying our best, trying to get up the map, but again, this is the map that, you know, once you get control, it's kind of game over, and they're getting a ton of bolts. So I mean, Tyrant's trying his best. He actually gets sniped from Marcel and goes down. So a nice snipe from Marcel kind of keeps the control for them. And I mean, we have 3 bolts to their 6 or something. We now know that, like, if we can defend, there is a slight chance that we can win the game. I mean, we're going to have to use every single thing we have on defense. And they hit some nice shots on defense. We use the healing tonic. I don't even get the jump off, and that is game over. And I mean, I'm kind of spoiling it a little bit, but they're going to go all in, and they're going to get the win. And yeah, I don't know. It's a heartbreaking loss. All right, guys. So yeah, that's the game, and that is the series versus INTZ. It was a heartbreaking series. I honestly feel like we beat ourselves a lot there. I mean, I'm not trying to take away from INTZ. They played absolutely amazing. We just didn't play like we normally play, as well as, I mean, we literally just choked. So it was, again, heartbreaking to lose that way in the Worlds after we beat, you know, such a good team like SK Gaming in the first round. And we know we thought we really had a chance to make it to the finals and give Zeta maybe a run for their money. But, I mean, Zeta's cracked, by the way. But either way, Again, GG's to INTZ. That's going to be it for the video. Again, a heartbreaking one, but if you did enjoy and if you learned something, please leave a like and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next video. Peace.